Game 4, Wednesday night at the SOEC, the Fred Page Cup final. Surrey and Penticton. Surrey looks to tie the series 2-2. They got off to a great start. Tim Hogg, Fraser Rogers with you here on the highlights. They get off to a really good start, Fraser, and put the pressure on early on.
Yeah, Surrey, we talked to Cam Keith pregame, and he said it's not a desperation game, but it's pretty close to that, and you could tell how desperate Surrey was. They did not want to go down 3-1 in this series, and they had their best period of the series as they scored 3 times on 16 shots in the first. The Vees could have had the opening goal there. Billy Renfrew, a great chance, but as they start the scoring in this first period, and the Vees just got in a hole they couldn't dig out of.
Yeah, that was a great play there from Larry Keenan as he got around that to not take a penalty there, but Surrey just very, very strong, stacking good shifts together in the first period of play. You see the first one here, Aaron Schwartz bangs home a rebound, the leading scorer, one of them for the Eagles throughout the regular season and the playoffs, able to clean up a purposeful shot here off the wall from Micah Berger.
Yeah, smart play off the wall, and Schwartz gets his 8th of the playoffs, 2nd of the series, just past the 14-minute mark as they scored 3 goals in the final 6 minutes of this first period.
Really close there to the spot they call his office. Usually it's on the power play where he makes his money on that shot, but at even strength here, you get the second goal of the game, Carter Frankiu, with a long one along the ice that eludes Will Ingeman through some traffic to make it 2-0 Surrey.
Yeah, this one a tough one. I think Will Ingeman realized he needed to make a save here. I know there's a screen in front with Brock Reinhardt, but that slides underneath the pad at 14:48, and that was a bit of a dagger early on there for the Bees. But
he did make some quality saves here coming back. Jag Thangura with a chance there on the partial breakaway, but Surrey back to work here as they get the puck out front. Micah Berger goes 5-hole, his 23rd point of the BCHL playoffs.
Yeah, and Surrey's probably MVP of the postseason. I know Aaron Schwartz and Caden Cranston, they're big guns in the regular season, but Berger, his 11th goal, and he's got a pair of goals in this series, and they love that play behind the net, and they cash in late, and the Vees in a 3-0 hole after 1.
The Vees would get on the power play to start the second period. Francesco Del Elche with his first of the playoffs since round 1, game 1, his second overall on the power play here, makes it 3-1. Penticton early in the second period. They made a goaltending change after 1 period of play, and this gave them some life.
And it's a simple shot with traffic. A nice screen by Renfrew. Sid McNeil screening his own goaltender there, and a great shot glove side, which has been maybe a focus of the Vees on Gandara, and that was a big goal.
You see here a disallowed goal from the Vees in front of the net, and then a couple of chances in front. That disallowed goal, just a little bit of goaltender interference. Yeah, minimal, but it's something.
I think the correct call is made. Simon Meyer didn't let Gandara, make an attempt on the save. Incidental, but no penalty. But I think the correct call there by Bobby Williamson and Steve Brown on the ice.
And there you see a couple of good saves from Andrew Ness to keep this thing within 2 as Penticton started to push. They came alive in that second period, and they outshot Surrey in the back two periods of this hockey game, but they were thwarted by Ajit Gandara.
Well, they doubled Surrey in shots, 24-12 were the last 2 periods. A completely different team, but as Matt Miller said the postgame show with you can't spot one of the best teams in the BCHL, a 3-0 lead, especially a team like this that is so good with the lead. And the Vees had a tough mountain to climb in the second and third period and had their chances late.
Maybe the most important play of the game there. Zach Stringer hits the crossbar, misses making this thing 3-2 with minutes to go. Instead of this one that does make it 3-2 with seconds to go. Cade Littler banging home a rebound in front.
Yeah, that with 27 seconds left. That Stringer crossbar stings now after you watch Littler score with that chance. And what could have been if Stringer scores to make it 3-2, then Littler scores there. But hindsight's 2020. Nice to see Littler continue to heat up as he got his second goal in as many games, and that's where he needs to score. Right in front of the net, but the Vees run out of time in the end.
Surrey takes this one 3-2. They level the Fred Page Cup final at 2 games apiece. It's now a best of 3, going back to Game 5 on Friday night in Surrey. The highlights presented by our friends at the Penticton Herald.